Even at the beginning of this trip, I felt like it was going to lead to something pretty special at the end. And with bad weather, and actually a pretty amazing camp in the Northwest Highlands, I knew there was something better around the corner.
Good morning. You can just see the moon above my head, and the view, if I turn my shoulder over to Shianavrai and the Corrie, it could get really nice when the sun rises in that direction. But we've also got to contemplate the direction behind us with Essence. See how the light changes on my face? Crazy. And Shellick as well. So yeah, there's options, but we're going to come for the shot we've come for. They're amazing views, but we have seen them before from quite a lot of angles and shot them before. We've not shot this, and maybe we might not shoot it again. So let's see what we get. This is such a stunning view. I did take a blue hour shot with the moon last night. I'll put that up for you now, and then yeah, hopefully we'll get something lovely here.
It was a surreal wild camp, with 32 kilometres all in, but amazing views at the end, and a peak that not many photographers have photographed, so it's a pretty proud moment. Anyway, we were doing a lazy day, bumbling around the lowlands of Essence with this incredible view of Sulven, a mountain I want to get up one day. Being in this area, another thing we think about is pies, and I couldn't resist.
That'd be 37.50 then, please.
Yeah, and here's this bad weather I was on about. We were planning on going up a hill or a mountain today, but the forecast is incredibly extreme, with 60, maybe 70 mile an hour gusts on the tops, enough to blow you off your feet. Wind chill is going down to like -8. There's a risk of hail and thunder. All the bad stuff is occurring today, so we're just kind of staying in the glens and doing roadside shooting if the light gets good. We're on the top of a pass just looking over to Loch Marie at the moment with Sleoch in the background and Ben Lair, so I'm hoping we can get some nice shots. We get the occasional splash of light come in. It's dangerous enough stepping out of the car, and because the door could snap off, it's that strong on this pass. So yeah, we're better to be safe than sorry today, and hopefully we'll push on into the hills tomorrow or onto the weekend, but at the moment, yeah, it's just really bad. Still, beautiful view to look out onto.
What we've done is we've come down this Loch Marie after spending a bit of time in Torridon. So the Glen Torridon, it's really gusty. We've come into the Loch Marie Glen, and it seems a bit calmer. And there's a lovely atmosphere over to Ben Char and Sleoch as well, just so you can see just behind me. The mighty Sleoch behind me. And then looking down the barrel of Loch Marie, you can just see Ben Char there. Yeah, it's pretty wild weather. but we get flashes of light which wasn't really forecasted. So I'm going to see what this lone tree has to offer down here, which might look pretty lovely in this weather. I'll put my waterproofs on and so it should be fine.
In the end, the lone tree image didn't quite work. I felt like I was taking an image of a lone tree for lone tree's sake. However, this one worked a lot better. The boggy marshland in the foreground, and you can just see the Scots pine tree in the top right of the frame. You can also see the weather coming in from the left hand side, and that was coming in time and time again. Anyway, let me know what you think of this. After this, it was a case of hunkering down and waiting for the rain to fade. We had 3 days of torrential downpours, which actually made Scotland look beautiful. The rivers were in spate and the waterfalls looked really amazing. Anyway, we did have a window, 18 hours, where we could get over to Inverie and climb this amazing peak. We had to take our chance.
So the plan today is to head into Knoydart, go in via Inverie, and we're just waiting for the ferry. The weather is 50-50, there's chances of heavy rain but also chance of clear skies as we've got now. So yeah, pretty beautiful area. And I'm going to keep my camera on the ferry actually in case there's any opportunities to get any images. Just waiting now, I think it's late. So yeah, it might delay us a bit, but we've got all day so we're in no rush.
Unlike a lot of the iconic mountains in Scotland, the Knoydart mountains are hidden. You can only really see them from high up, or the boats, or if you're on a high road. So as we got the ferry into Loch Nevis, it was an amazing view that we seen, looking deep into the barrel of one of the remotest areas in the UK, and we were looking forward to explore it.
Unfortunately the cafe's closed, we're going to have a quick coffee there, but you get that sometimes in areas like this. It's a pretty beautiful street though. The old Forge pub is just down there too, which we might go to tomorrow. But we're going to head into the glen now and onto Ladhar Bheinn. And yeah, we're going to keep an eye on the weather though. We are going to just keep an eye on that all times. But it's a beautiful morning, and I'm just hoping it continues. I'll just show you the views behind me. So that is Ladhar Bheinn. So we're going to cross this bridge and we're going to head up there and up and over the top. We might camp there, or weather depending, we might camp here, just to be out of the elements. It's looking like it's taking a turn for the worse between 12 and 4 o'clock. But after 5, it looks like we've got good weather set for the day then. We'll get a nice sunset. So we'll make a judgment further up. But yeah, I just got to think about safety. Just filled up our water. The light behind me is really nice. It's just backlighting that Corbett over there, which I will name after. But it's given these interchangeable conditions all day, where we've got these pulses of rain coming in, followed by light, rain, light. So it's kind of like all seasons in 2 minutes all day. So yeah, it lends itself
some nice photography in the mountains, so that's what we're hoping to get. But I think what we'll do is we'll get set up further up on the mountain and then get the cameras out, because it's a nightmare getting them out when it's like this and it's the cameras in your bag. So yeah. So we decided to set tents up early, and we're about 300 metres below the summit, just for safety really, because of the forecast. It's not been too bad, but we're in a position here where we're out of the exposure of the summit. But we are going to head to the summit. Just going to get all our bags packed and head up. It's nice to have our tents done as well, so we can go up, get our shots, head down. I will need a head torch, but yeah, flip you around. So that's Ben Screel in the distance, Luke's tent and tripods, and you should be able to see the Glen Shiel Ridge as well. So if we get an elevated viewpoint, we'll be shooting towards Loch On with Ben Screel in the background, and it should be an amazing panoramic view if the weather holds out. Yeah, hopefully it will. Just made it to the summit of Ladhar Bheinn. I say the summit, the true summit's just ahead of me. But we've got this amazing expansive view. I'll just flip you of Loch On with Ben Screel, Barrisdale Bay in the distance. I think the Clag's coming in. At about 7, so we're going to get our images while we can. Just admire this view. We've just seen a sea eagle as well. I'll put some footage up of that. But to see it in such a spectacular landscape is a pretty lasting memory, that was. Yeah, incredible view of an incredible animal. Anyway, we're going to head up the ridge and see what we can get. It was a true attack of the senses being on that ridge, where being in the moment outweighed taking the images, and seeing the eagle, well, that was a cherry on the top. What an amazing mountain Ladhar Bheinn is. Just enjoying these views, the glow behind me on Ladhar Bheinn. As per usual, I'm not going to go for all my compositions. I'll flip you around. You can kind of see this one with the white rock in the foreground and the subsidiary peak to Ladhar Bheinn in the background, and then looking down to Loch On. I'll put my sunset images up for you now. And I hope you enjoy them, because it's a pretty spectacular mountain, this. It's got world-class views in every direction, and I'm hoping I'm going to photograph them all and show you. When I did manage to focus on the photography, here is what I captured. What an amazing sunset on one of the best peaks in the UK. I've been here once and we were treated to one of the best nights I've ever had. Right, it's got a lot darker. Me and Luke have just got down from the ridge of Ladhar Bheinn, and we were treated to an unbelievable sunset. We were above the clouds at one point, and you've just seen the images I've took. I was saying it's probably one of the most inspiring views I've ever seen, and one of the best sunsets I've had on a mountain. It was insane. It was. So we're just going to have our pot noodles, curry tonight, and then we are going to head to bed and hopefully have a nice sunrise. We're not going to do the summit for sunrise. We're going to head to the opposing hill and get slightly different vantage points. But yeah, what an amazing day it's been in Knoydart. This journey wasn't just about the photography, it was about the whole experience. Getting the ferry over to Inverie and seeing Knoydart reveal itself. Watching seagulls rising above the peaks. Wild camping in some of the UK's wildest places. And even eating out at the remotest pub in the UK. The whole package was amazing. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, why not like and subscribe, but until next time, I'll see you again.